Hey everyone, it's Nadia from LiaDia Designs and I am back with another tutorial. Today we have a quick one. I actually have these cute new molds that just came in from Shop Resin Molds, and they're actually little compact mirrors, and I'm not sure if you've seen these molds before, but they are super cute. So it's my first time trying them out, so let's see what we can make with them. And so as you can see, we have a flower shape, a shell. This one's just kind of a geometric shape, kind of a prism like design. And then this one was kind of a cat ear design. As you can see, I've already kind of put some flowers. They're just laid in there. I'm going to show you guys in a minute. And they all come with these little mirrors. Now these have like a film on them right now, so that's why they're not clear and they're kind of scratched up. So once we make our pieces, we would actually remove the film, and then we have to glue. I'm sure there might be a adhesive backing on here. Actually, maybe not. I think you just have to glue these on to there. I'm going to check this. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh yeah, so they have an adhesive backing on the back. So then you would just stick them on. So, but we'll be working with those later. For now, let's focus on the designs. So let's just get right into it. And as I was showing you, that these are little flowers, and these are little dried flowers, and these also came from Shop Resin Molds, and they have these little kits, and there's a whole bunch of different ones. But I really like the little flowers in this set, so I wanted to include those here. So I'll just show you. And I just kind of picked some out. And you can see they're not set in there yet. I just was playing around trying to see how many I was going to need. And I want to place these ones up in the ears, and everything else is going to be kind of spread out. And then my idea is I'm going to have to do 2 pours for this one. I'm going to pour just kind of a clear layer with just to kind of set all the flowers. And then I'm just going to go in with, I mean, you could go in with a solid color if you want afterwards. So like maybe a solid blue or a solid pink or white or whatever color you want after the, just kind of the setting of the little kind of, they're like a light coral color, but I'm just going to do glitter, and I'm going to be using Paradise Glitter, their Baby's Breath, and it's just a shimmery, kind of just iridescent. So I'm going to be using that, and I'm going to be pouring that kind of, I think it's going to look mostly white, or it's not going to be clear with a little bit of glitter. It's going to be more on the, heavier glitter side. And I'm going to use that for the to cover the back behind the flowers, and I'm going to use it for the bottom piece as well. And as you can see, there's like little hinge pieces already included, and those I'm assuming they'll just snap together once it's all done. So that's the idea for the cat one. The this little kind of prismatic or geometric shape one, I actually want to do washi tape. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know this technique that I'm going to quickly show. I'm going to link in below in the description as well the one of my original videos for it. So this way, if you really want kind of a lengthier tutorial, you can look at that. But what I'm going to be using is I'm going to be using this this washi tape here, and all of my washi tape comes from the Washi Tape Shop. And I love this one here, and I know it's a popular one with my followers as well. So I'm actually running really low on it. I'm gonna have to get more, but let's use this one just to kind of, it has a neat pattern, and it's almost like, in my head, I'm thinking it's almost like if this was a window and we're kind of looking out, seeing the sky, even though this is obviously a very fantastical sky with feathers and moons and suns and planets and things. Meteors even. But so we're gonna put that, I'm going to show you how I do that there, and then I'm also going to do something similar on the bottom. So let's quickly show you the technique for that. So again, if you're familiar, you'll know how this works. So this is a piece of just clear plastic, just an acetate, and what I do is I lay it on top of the mold here, just so that I can outline this shape. And I'll just take my Sharpie marker and I will outline this shape, which I've already done here. So I just did that, and I kind of went a little bit inside because I want the resin to kind of flow around it as well. So I already have my shape here, and I just cut that out once I drew it. And now that I have my shape, what I want to do, I'll just move everything up a bit here. Now what I'll do is I'm going to take another piece of acetate. I'm going to put my shape currently under it. That's just to kind of see where the template is. And I'm going to stick my washi tape onto this one that's square. And what we're going to do is I want to put, I don't know exactly, but let's say I want to do kind of more of this moon in there. So I'm going to cut it here like that, and then cut it here. And this one has like a backer paper on it, so you just peel that off. Like so. And then we're going to place that where I want it on here. And obviously this washi tape isn't tall enough for the circle, so then what I do is I try to match up you know, a little bit more here, and then if I can find a spot kind of there. So this extra piece pretty much works for what I want, so I'll cut it in half, and I'm going to stick this part on the bottom. And try to line it up as well as possible. And then the same for the top piece. All right, oh, it's being a little tricky today. All right, there we go. And we want this side, and then we'll stick that down about there. Okay, so once we have that, as you can see, it's doing pretty well there. And so now we're going to take our template again, and we're going to put it on top. And I think I want it to be, I don't know if I want it completely centered. Let's just say about there, not completely centered. And then we're going to take a pen. I wouldn't use the Sharpie here. I've done that before, and the Sharpie or any other marker would just kind of bleeds under the plastic and kind of messes up the washi tape. So use a pen or a pencil for this part, and then just go around like so. So then the tape has been marked, and just cut it out. And you want to cut on the inside of the pen because you don't want that showing. Like so. So there we go. And that's just going to set itself right in there. All right, so I've done this process before in some of my other videos, but again, I'll go through it really quickly here. So obviously it's going to go upside down, but let's just put it here for now. And what I did the same thing for the bottom piece. I actually already cut it out. I just cut a strip like this with the pattern on it, and then what I'm doing is I'm gonna kind of stick that in here, and then hopefully that's going to work for, and it's a little bit short, but I'm just doing a sample today anyway, so let's do it like that. Yeah, so that's gonna, then I'll pour the resin in there. So I don't know if you can, it's not easy to see, but you can kind of see it in there. So that is what I'm thinking for this one. And uh-oh, I lost a flower. And then for the other two, we're gonna go more simple because I do want to just see how they look. Because these ones have kind of, you know, more shaped designs. I want to see how these two look just with regular poured materials. So for the shell, I'm going to be using this glitter from Lrisy, and it's a really neat one. It has stars and hearts, and it's you know, got a purplish blue iridescent coloring in it. It has some, you know, white iridescent as well. I think that will be kind of very mermaidish, so I want to use that for this. Sorry, if you want to know the number, let's show you there. So that is going to, I'm just going to pour that one, just mix it up with the resin and pour it straight into top and bottom for this. And then for the rose or the flower, I'm going to be using Eye Candy's mica powder, and this is their Yamagata red. I love this red. It's a pure, beautiful red, and I'm just going to pour that in top and bottom of this one. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of possibilities for making these. You know, for example, I was actually originally considering to do, I have these stones here, so I have these nice stones, and I was going to, you know, put the stones kind of on the bottom half of the shell, and the top shell either do just like pigmented blue, like a transparent blue resin, or just kind of like a blue glitter like this, and kind of make an oceany kind of look, which again I think would look really nice. But for now, I just want to do a couple simple ones so that we can kind of see how we're doing these ones with the flowers and the washi tape, and we'll do two that are kind of more standard, so you don't really need anything special for those ones. So that's the plan. So basically that's it. That's what we're doing. So I'm gonna go into a time lapse for the resin pouring part, because obviously we're wearing all my gear, and afterwards we'll come back and get them all assembled. Okay, so we are back. Now, I kind of messed up, but luckily this morning I caught my error and was able to fix it, so I didn't have to throw out the whole video. But, okay, so what I ended up figuring out this morning is I had taken out one of the, you know, one of the molds just to kind of see how things were looking. Everything was okay. And realized that when I put them together, I didn't have like, it was like top and bottom, but there wasn't like a hinge, like there wasn't anything holding the hinge. So it took me a while to kind of like figure out. I was looking in the packages that came with it. I was looking, you know, everywhere to see if, you know, what happened. And I was actually to the point where I was like, okay, I have to scrap the video and contact the company who sent it to me and figure out what's going on. What am I missing? Turns out, luckily, that before I did all that, I realized the mold has one extra little spot that actually needed to be filled, and I didn't realize that. So these little spots here that are on each of the molds is the hinge. And don't ask me why I missed it the first time, but I did. So those are the hinges. So I end up having to go back in and make them. So that's what we have here. So luckily I poured these this morning and was able to make them. Now they are not fully 100% hard. Like, I mean, tomorrow they'll probably be great, but right now they're not 100% like solid. They're kind of not squishy, they're just still kind of soft because they're so thin, but I'm going to use them anyway to show you how they work. And just know that that's why they're kind of soft. Like with my resin, normally 8 hours is good, but for something this thin, it might take a little bit longer, and that's just how resin works in general. So by tomorrow, like I said, 24 hours, they'll be perfect. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to assemble these and how these work so we can see how everything looks. And like I said, so yeah, don't miss that part. It's really important. Anyway, so this was the red one. I'll show you that one again later. But let's unmold these guys first. So this is the shell. So this is just with the glitter in there. So nice and sparkly and pretty. Lots of mermaid vibes on that. And then this was the bottom of that. So let's get that out. So there, that's the bottom of it. A couple little bits to trim off there. But you can see, like, if you just take this and put this on top here, like, it goes together, but there's like literally nothing holding it. So there's that. So that was the issue. But when we take, and I don't think it really matters, if we take one of these and so there's like I don't know if you can see it. There's like a lower edge. I need to trim that. There's a lower edge, and there's like kind of a more, oops, sorry, can you guys see it? Is this gonna be any better? I don't know. There's like a more rounded side, and then there's a more kind of squared off side. I believe the squared off side goes to the back. So like this side here, and this side has an indent there. And then there's a hole here. So we're going to, see, just holding it made that soft. But so we're basically going to stick this in here. So the more rounded side goes in the front. And if this was more solid, it would be obviously easier, but we will make it work. And then the back just sticks on here. Okay, and we're going to be using some glue to get all this to work. So, but anyway, so that's how it's going to work. But let's just continue unmolding. So this was our moon. I really like how this one looks. It's so pretty. And it has that little extra kind of texture prismatic effect on here. And then the bottom is where we added that stripe of washi tape as well. So we have that. And then you can see how the edge looks. So that looks really cool too. And we put that one on top of there. So there we go. And the side looks pretty neat as well. So that's what we have for that. And again, this one's going to have a hinge. And then this one is our flowers. So, and like I said, I just added in some glitter behind the flowers just to give it a bit of sparkle. You could do anything you want there, but just wanted to do something like that. And then take that out, and here's the bottom. Okay, so we have that there, like so, right? And they would open like that. All right, and all right, so we have that, and then we have our mirror. So we have this mirror for this shape, the shell has this mirror, and the rounds goes in this one. So for each of these, we'll just open them up, and let's get those in. I've already done it for this red one, so as you can see, I've already put the hinge in, and then you can open it up like so. And that's our mirror there. So we're going to do the same thing for these. So let's just quickly do that. Okay, so we have those all set now, and then we're just gonna place our lids back on top. That's 1, 2, and 3, like so. And for the little hinges, I'm just going to be using a bit of Gorilla Glue. So this here, and actually let's take that back apart. So what I want to do is, there is a spot in here. I'm going to put a bit of the glue in that little bit of a, it's like basically just a hole for the piece to go in, and then we'll also put some on the back here. Okay, that was a little bit of a struggle. I think mostly because the hinges for me are still a little bit on the softer side. I think that's why they were a little bit more, because they're flexible, they don't really want to go in the hole easily. Obviously, it's like squishing a noodle into something. So I think if you wait till the hinges are a little bit more solid, it's a bit easier, but I can't say for sure because this is the first time that I'm trying this, and like I said, getting it into the hole was a little bit of a struggle with it being a little bit on the softer side, but then it also, having it being soft actually helped a little bit because I was able to kind of, open it and then put the glue and then stick it down. So pros and cons, I don't know if any of you have made anything like this before and you've had better luck with, or maybe you have a really great process for how to add the hinges. Let me know in the comments because, I can pass it along to any of my followers who are, want to try this and, may want maybe something that's, a bit more of a proven process than what I'm doing here. So again, I think, they worked out just fine. I think they're all super cute. Again, so let's just show you. Now they are a bit wobbly. And again, that could be because I'm putting these on while they're still a bit soft. Maybe once everything's like fully hardened up with the hinge, it'll be better. But anyway, so this is the flower one. So I think that turned out cute. And then this is the mermaid, which I really love the glitter on this. So, and I think hold on. Something got stuck. There we go. Sorry, the Gorilla Glue, I think, stuck to it a little bit. So took care of that now. So there we go. That's the shell. And then this is the moon and the galaxy, I guess we'll call this one. So there we go. And this is our little cat. So there we go. Now if you want to see the bottom, so this is the bottom of the cat. Bottom, I did add a bit more glitters to the bottom of this one here. And then this is bottom of the seashell and the bottom of the rose. So there we go. So I wanted to show you guys these because I think these molds are super cute. I don't know, I mean, obviously, with any of these type of things, the mirror that's going inside of these is not like a high-end mirror. It's one of those, a kind of acrylic or plastic type mirrors. So it's not an amazing quality mirror. So I think these are cute for like kids, little trinkets, little toys for little kids, or you could even use these for something else. Like for example, like for this, if you maybe didn't want to put the mirror in here, maybe there's like something else you could do. I don't know. Top of mind, like lip balm comes to mind, but I don't know how that whole process works and if you can put that in something like this, but top of mind, something like that comes in you know, that's what I'm thinking. Like it'd be cute to have something like that in here, though obviously it's not a airtight seal, so I don't know if that's an issue. You know, it could be used, you know, for, you know, to hold little things. And maybe if it's just being, if it's not being something that's portable, if you're just leaving it on like your on your table or something, it could be, you know, a little ring holder, a little jewelry holder, you know, a little secret keeper. I don't know, like I think it's cute for kids, or just, you know, younger people that you know, tend to like cutesy little things like this. I mean, I know there's a lot of adults who love cutesy things like this, myself included. So, but anybody really, I just don't want to give you guys the impression that the mirror inside is like a high-end mirror. It is one of those kind of plasticky type mirrors. So, but like I said, I think there could be other uses for these. It just really comes down to, you know, your imagination and what you think of it. And I really just wanted to show you guys the, possibilities with a simple mold like these here, that we can do different things. We don't have to just do straight pigment pours. We could do glitter. We can do our washi tape technique. We could add our, you know, dried flowers. There's a lot. I mean, and like I said, as we mentioned earlier, there's like an ocean technique you could do with this. There's so many different things that we could do. We could add fabric like we've done in some of our tutorials. Yeah, like there's, you know, endless possibilities with things like this. So, and I may revisit this at a later time, but I just wanted to kind of quickly show you guys what these are, you know, and hopefully you guys like them. But in any case, guys, I am going to get going, and I hope that you like this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to do all the YouTube-y things, which is liking and subscribing and sharing and commenting and, you know, all those fun things. And if you do want to, again, for those of you who have been sending in super chats and super thanks and coffees and things like that, I really appreciate all of you. Like I said, it's not mandatory by any means, but I appreciate anybody who wants to, you know, share their thanks in a little bit of an extra way. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching to the end of this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a message in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. And for those of you who may have tried these before or something similar, if you have any tips or any you know, other ideas that you'd like me to try, let me know. And like I said, in a future video, we can come back to this product. So all right, have a wonderful one. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.